we have studied that what is a cell. Cell is a structural and a functional unit. Second thing, we have studied that Robert Hooke was the scientist who studied the first time the cell in 1665. Then we have studied about that there are cells produced in all the organisms. So all organisms are made up of cells, but the organisms are distinguished between the number of cells present in them. If the organism is having a single cell, it is called as a unicellular organism, and if the cell is many in number, that organism is called as a multicellular organisms. Okay, so according to the number of cell, the organism is divided into two types, that is unicellular and multicellular organism. Now these organisms are not able to seen by our naked eyes. So what instrument we are using? We are using the instrument known as compound microscope. Okay, you can see the compound microscope through eyepiece. You will be able to see the slide which is placed on the stage. Okay, here you can see that the compound microscope labeling is given to you, in which there is you have the fine focus knob and coarse focus knob to adjust. Then the illuminator is there to adjust the sunlight. The stage is there where you can put the slide and you can observe the slide. Okay, so this is about the compound microscope. Okay, now let's move forward. We will study about, as we are saying that the cell is having structural and functional unit in all living organisms. So what is the meaning of structure? So structure means size and shape, and what is the meaning of function? Means the work distributed towards the cell. So each cell is having different job to do, different work to do. Now for example, blood cells, okay, they are how they are, you can see they are dish shaped. Okay, dish shaped, and what they do, they flow through the blood vessels. Okay, and here you can see the nerve cells which sends the signal throughout the body. So they send the signal throughout the body. So here you can see that the structure is related to the size and shape, whereas the function is related to the work or the job given to the cells. For example, nerve cell which sends the signal throughout the cell. Then the next part is that what is true about the size and shape of the cell. So according to the this question to this answer, many people made different statements, but the correct statement is that the different cells are having different size and different shapes. All cells are not having same size or same shape. So all the cells are having different size and shape. Then next you can see that the size of the cell. So the size of the cell is very small. You can see that the eukaryotic cell, normally the diameter of the eukaryotic cell is 1 to 100 micrometer. Micrometer is the size of the cell which you can see under the microscope only. Okay, here you can see different types of cells. You can observe the size of the cells also. Then next is shape of the cell. As I told you, all the cells are having different shapes, such as some are circular, round in shape, columnar, spiral, oval, rectangular. Okay, so in our body also there are different cells and they reflect different functions in our body. Okay, now according to this, the cell is divided into 4 different types. Okay, now we are going to study about the 2 different types of cell, that is animal cell and plant cell. Okay, here you can see that there are different types of cells such as amoeba, spirogyra, fat cell, egg cell, red blood cell, surface cell, muscle cell, bone cell, nerve cell, sperm cell. So these are the different types of cells that we are going to study. As you know, what is the definition of the cell? Cell is a structural and the functional unit of an living organism. And this cell is further divided into two types, that is plant cell and animal cell. As I told you, the differentiate between the animal cell and plant cell. So here you can see the cell wall which is present in the plant cell. Okay, this is present in the plant cell, whereas chloroplast is also present in plant cell, where it is absent in the animal cell. Okay, so chloroplast and cell wall is absent in the animal cell. Then cytoplasm is a liquid fluid which separates all the cell organelles from each other. Okay, in this picture you can see that all the organelles are away from each other. They are not very closer to each other. So this work of keeping all the organelles away from each other, the work is done with the help of cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a liquid which is useful to separate all these organelles different. Okay, then the next thing here you can observe that the vacuole is present in large cell in plant cell, whereas it is present in small size in animal cell. So these are some of the differentiating points that you are supposed to know. Okay. In the next slide, we will study that there are 4 different parts of the cell. So now we have studied about what is a cell, then what is the work of the cell, then what is the size, what is the shape of the cell, and how they are observed, then what is the measurement of the cell. All these things we have studied. Now we are going to study the different parts of the cell. Now this cell is further divided into 4 different types. That is cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, cell organelles. As I told you, what is the work of the cell wall? The cell wall is the outermost covering of the cell, and it is present only in plant cell. It is present only in the plant cell. So cell wall may, what you have to remember, it is the outermost covering of the cell, and it is only present in the plant cell. Only this one point will come in the cell wall. Then the second point, that is plasma membrane. Now what you have to remember in plasma membrane is also known as cell membrane. Okay, what is the name of the plasma membrane? Plasma membrane is also known as a cell membrane, and it is a very delicate and flexible part of the cell. Okay, so the plasma membrane, what it is known, it is also known as cell membrane, and it is a thin covering which is very delicate and flexible, and it is generally found in the outermost covering of the animal cell. Okay, it is found in animal cell. Here you can see what is the membrane composed of. The plasma membrane is composed of lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates. So in lipids you have phospholipids and sterols, whereas in proteins you have integral, peripheral, and in carbohydrates you have glycolipids and glycoproteins. So this is about the plasma membrane. So what you are going to remember in plasma membrane, that the plasma membrane is the outermost covering of the animal cell. Plasma membrane is also known as the cell membrane, and it is a thin covering which is very extremely delicate and flexible. And you can also add one more point, that the plasma membrane is composed of lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates. Okay, here you can see that what is the function of the plasma membrane. So whatever is the process of osmosis. Now what is osmosis? So our cells also breathe, they also required water. So whatever oxygen and water, exchange of gases and water, that takes place in the plasma membrane. Okay, what is the function of the plasma membrane? The exchange of the gases and the water takes place in the cell. So it is the function of the plasma membrane, and whatever excess of water the cell is having, it is removing out of the cell. Unwanted water is removed out of the cell. Okay, so this is about the plasma membrane. Okay, now here you can have the differentiate and you can learn more about the cell membrane. As the cell membrane is thin and flexible, it is outermost covering of the animal cell. Then it lies near to the cell wall in the plant cell. Then